There's no doubt that we have been in a tumultuous real estate environment since about the spring of 2022. And the question always is, how much longer is this gonna last? It couldn't possibly last forever, could it? We're not gonna see homes go back to the value of what they were in, say, 2005, 2010, 2015.
What?
Well, there's lots of opinions on that, of course. But if you are a regular watcher of our channel, we have a metric that we follow to help us identify what is happening in the market and also where the market likely is headed. And today's video is all about the markets in the Surrey area, Surrey and surrounding area, where we are starting to see signals that the market may have done what it's gonna do. I'm gonna get into it more in the video, but if you're curious about where some of the markets that may be about to take off, this is definitely the video for you. Let's get into it. What's good, everybody? It's Darren German from the German Group, where we know you've only got one chance to either buy or sell your next home. So we're here to help you make it right. Make sure to absolutely smash that subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on any of the videos we are releasing on a regular basis to help you be either a better home buyer, better home seller, or generally a better home owner. So do us a solid, hit that subscribe button. For the regular watchers of our channel, you might remember a video we did about how to predict the real estate market. And while predicting the real estate market is great, we can't really actively predict anything. We know that. But what we do know is there is commonly indicators that help point towards what way the market is heading. And if we follow those indicators closely, this may give us a really good idea of what is going to happen. The real estate market has seen some pretty incredible value declines since about the spring of 2022. A question that's likely on every homeowner's mind, and even those who are thinking about buying a home, is how far back is the market potentially going to go? As an example, as of right now, we're seeing home values equivalent to about where they were in the summer of 2021. Will we get back to pre-pandemic levels of real estate values? Who knows? But let's get into some of the markets and how we know that these markets probably are starting or are going to start performing pretty well in terms of either massive softening of price declines or even increasing prices. There is an indicator that is made available to us called the sales to active ratio. And essentially what this indicator is it shows us the supply and the demand for a particular type of product like a condo, townhome, or a detached home in a particular area or sub area. An example of an area would be Cloverdale. A sub area, as an example, would be Clayton. Now, the numbers on this kind of depend on who you talk to, but usually when we see a sales to active ratio of anywhere between 12 to 20%, we consider that a balanced market, meaning there is no real advantage to either party. Prices can fluctuate in this market environment, and they usually don't fluctuate a ton. That tends to happen when you're on the extremes of either of those numbers. So either below 12%, putting us into a market where the advantage is largely in the buyer's favor, or of course above 20%, which the market starts to go into the favor of the seller. Many markets have been living in a buyer's market or a marketplace with the advantage to the buyer for quite some time now. Thus why we have seen the prices decline and decline relatively quickly in some areas. However, there's many areas that this is not the case anymore. In fact, we're seeing many areas that have a sales to active ratio above the 20% mark, and some of them considerably above. Before I share with you these markets, to put in perspective what 20% means, that means that pretty much every 1 out of 5 homes that come to the market in a given month are selling. While that might not sound like great odds, in the reality of the real estate world, 1 out of 5 homes selling is very productive. Putting it into further perspective, during the absolute craziness of the pandemic, there was months where we were seeing over 100% of the inventory that was coming to the market on a monthly basis selling, meaning we were eating into all of the leftover inventory, which was one of the reasons why prices went sky high when they did. So here's a look at some of the markets right now that have these sales to active ratio numbers above 20%. And if these markets stay with this sales to active ratio in this area or higher, we're going to start to see prices increase. In all of the Fraser Valley, there was only 2 marketplaces that had detached homes above the 20% mark. This was Cloverdale Detached coming in at 24.2%. And you also had North Delta Detached coming in at 21.2%. These are two markets that I would 100% keep my eye on because, again, if they stay in that sales to active ratio range, they're going to increase in value. Getting into townhomes in the Fraser Valley, which, again, for those that don't know, covers North Delta all the way to Mission, there is a multitude of areas that are seeing the numbers well above the 20% threshold. This includes the Langley market, the Cloverdale market, the South Surrey White Rock market, the North Delta market, and the North Surrey market. The longer these numbers remain in this territory, the better and bigger chance that we are going to see prices begin to increase again. Condominiums may not surprise you either. The condominiums are actually, in fact, the exact same areas where these townhomes are also overperforming. You have got the Langley market, the Cloverdale market, the South Surrey White Rock market, the North Delta market, and the North Surrey market, all performing well above that 20% threshold. So there you have it. Does this mean that the prices are taking off today? It does not. Does this mean the prices are going to take off starting tomorrow? Not necessarily. What this does mean, however, is we have low inventory for the amount of demand that is occurring in these neighborhoods for these particular types of properties. And if you're a betting person and you pay attention to these sales to active ratio graphs, you're going to see these prices start to increase should those markets remain in that above that 20% territory. I'm curious what you think. Is this information helpful, and does this help you make better decisions when it comes time to buying real estate? Leave us a comment below on this or anything else for that matter, and let us know if you're finding value in these videos or what other videos you might generally like to see. Of course, while you're scrolling around down there, don't forget to check out our link to my calendar, where if you have questions about a specific type of property in a specific type of market, or you're thinking about buying or selling a home, you can book a time directly with me and we'll help you understand what we can do to help you better fulfill your goals. Guys, I'm Darren German from the German Group, where we know you've only got one chance to either buy or sell your next home. So let us help you get it right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.